Hello, Poland. How are you? I apologize for the tardiness. I have been so kind of sick, but moms don't get sick days, so we just keep things moving no matter how crappy we feel. But yeah, so I apologize for the tardiness. I have to get something kind of out of the way really, really quickly. If you are an ex user, this is going to possibly impact you. And I meant to put this in my live stream yesterday, but just so you are aware, according to milligrams, shout out Milagro, um, X is saying that their block feature is going to be changing. All right. And so if your posts are set to public, accounts that you have blocked will be able to view them still. Right. So your stalkers can still stalk you. Right. Your trolls can still engage in your content, even though they hate you so much, right? But they will not be able to engage with your content, right? So they can still catalog and get everything they need without having the rights to engagement. So for more about this, check their policy. According to this blogger who's not very happy about this change, X will be changing their blocking feature soon. Honestly, I don't see any reason for this particular change outside of maybe there are some feds that keep getting blocked from accounts that they're trying to screen. And they're like, we keep having to create new accounts so we can actually stalk this person and get collateral on them. So that's my only, you know, thought to why this might be changing. But here we go. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy, abide by our community guidelines. I always do that. Your community guidelines change so much, YouTube. We just don't know what to think of you from one day to the next. But anyways, I wanted to put that out there really quickly because that is going to impact those of you who use the X platform, right? So if you are here blocking people and blocking trolls, right, just understand that block feature is about to change and your trolls can still access your content. They just can't engage in it. All right? And excuse me. I'm telling you guys, the weather changes. I've just been going through it lately. But off that, I didn't want to stay on that long. Okay, and just really quickly too, I know that people who follow this content, they like I have to always reiterate that this content is politically neutral. I don't jump on any type of bandwagons of ignorance. I just kind of look at things, I look at the patterns of things, and I talk about them. So, please don't come over here thinking that I'm going to be like your favorite bloggers. In fact, your favorite bloggers, I would say I'm their muse. I am their muse because they're all on echo chambers. And then I pop that side thought in, and now they're on the bandwagon of that thought because they want to be the authority of thinking. So when people come over and they put in my chat, Candace Owens is proving that Kamala Harris isn't black. It's like, white people, no stab, no shade. That rabbit hole is for you. Okay? That rabbit hole is for you and any committed Democratic black person who is just buying the race cards, right? For real ADOS, Freeman, FBA people, we already know why she's not black because she's a product of immigrants. That is what makes her not black American. So some of you are like, oh, we're all Americans, right? Yeah, we're all Americans if you're naturalized, but our lineages, our culture in this nation are different. And just because somebody looks black doesn't mean they share the same ancestry and lineage as foundational freemen. All right. So we already knew that Kamala Harris was not black because she is products of immigrants. Her mother is like not even black at all. Her dad is ambiguous as hell. But at the end of the day, she's still a product of immigrants, not freemen. So, like that little Candace Owens is proving that Kamala isn't black. That's for you, white people. I just want you guys to know that because black people, real black Americans, we've made up our mind why she's not black, and it's because she doesn't share our lineage. So, off of that, Kamala has been going hard trying to kind of be culturally black, right? And I'm pretty sure she has been culturally black all of her life. She's a Rachel Dolezal, obviously, right? And I think she even said in an interview that her mom raised her to be a black woman. And I can kind of see why she might have did that as an immigrant because again, people measure you based on how you look, right? So Kamala Harris is walking around. A lot of people, like when I look at a Kamala Harris, even when she was younger, she did not look Indian to me. She looked like a biracial, maybe half black something in her. And so for me, even though I say that she's not culturally Ados Freeman, I'm not going to take that woman's African descent away from her because she's pulling that from one of her parents, probably her dad, right? Even if she faked a bunch of black grandparents or whoever Beryl is, we don't know who Beryl is, right? Even if she faked that, Democrats are really good with propping their candidates up with books full of fluff stories to get people to resonate with them. So I'm pretty sure that she allowed them to do that. They needed to blackify her, right? So they wanted to kind of use the blackest image that they could find, right? And obviously, they lied about who this black looking woman is that she keeps touting. All right. I don't really care about that because for me, she's not black because she's not a descendant of Freeman. All right. That's just what it is. Y'all can go down this rabbit hole with Candace if you want to. Just remember, this is for you, white folks. It's not for the Ados Freeman because we already know what it is. But, anyways, Trump is out and on the block. This is what I call last rites of PR because these candidates got to get out on the block and they got to show that they are a human being. They have to show that they can get down to the normal person's level, right? And prove that they can be their leader, right? So Trump, and I caught this on Forbes, shout out to Forbes, right? Forbes breaking news, right? They got Trump on the block serving McDonald's today. And I want you, there's a couple of things that I know right off the bat. And again, this could be PR, right? Right off the bat, Trump is being guided by a black looking young lady with her locks, right? And he's very much engaged with this young lady. It doesn't seem like he feels like he's above her. He doesn't seem like he's belittling her in any way with their interaction. And that's very notable when people talk about the man's character.
Put him in standing up, right? All right. You're an expert at this, huh? Yes. How long have you done this? How long have you been?
I've been working McDonald's 10 plus.
10 plus? Yeah. All different jobs? Yeah. She doing a good job?
Does an excellent job.
She better, right?
Does an excellent job.
She's beautiful.
He says she's beautiful. Gave her a tap on her thing. Like, here's the thing. He didn't have to say that. David Duke would never, even for a PR stunt, he'd be like, oh, she's doing a good job. Okay, great. Moving on. Trump is engaged with this young black woman like she's a human being, right? He even added, she gave him a big smile when everybody co-signed with a great job she's been doing at McDonald's Corporation for the last 10 years, right? He said she's beautiful, right? He built her confidence in that moment when he really didn't have to.
This, huh? How long have you done this? How long have you been?
I've been working McDonald's 10 plus.
10 plus? Yeah. All different jobs? Yeah. She doing a good job?
Does an excellent job.
She better, right?
Does an excellent job.
She's beautiful. Let's
He
go.
said she's beautiful. Let's go. And then he's asking her about the job function.
Like this, like 6?
5 is fine. 5 will fit the most. First order get 3 medium fries and be waiting for you.
Okay.
All right, and now he's serving the people their McDonald's, right? Obviously, we know this is a PR stunt because as you're looking past these people getting served by Donald Trump, there's a plethora of cameras, right? So this was sort of a PR stunt, but I think this was Trump's way of almost throwing shade on Kamala Harris too, because apparently she's made claims that she's worked at McDonald's, and from what people are saying, that those claims may not be true. The Trump's campaign is saying that McDonald's Corporation has actually denied that she's ever worked with them before. So I think this is sort of to throw shots at the Harris campaign. And, this is kind of a not so serious, like to me, it's a great PR stunt because it gives us a chance to see Trump and how he really interacts with Black people. And like I said, I've never seen Donald Trump interacting with Black people negatively. And the one thing that I refuse to, you guys can call him a woman this and a woman that, but you can't call that man a racist. He does not have a track record of being a racist. And I said this years ago. I never knew any, and I'm 41 years old. I've never known not one Black person in my family around me to believe that Trump was a bigot. And there was actually a old clip of a meeting in New York between, and Jesse Jackson was there, right? And Jesse Jackson was talking about how he got an office in Trump Towers. Now, Trump was trying to charge him initially for that space. But then Jesse was like, I just need the space. So Trump apparently gave Jesse Jackson this space in Trump Towers for free, right? And he's like, yeah, he's a great negotiator, right? But this is just to say that I've never known Donald Trump to be an enemy of the Black people, right? And no matter how many of these people, infiltrators of his base, kind of come in with all that racism extra, we already know who those folks are, right? Those are the segments of the white folks that really Hillary Clinton called deplorable, right? Because they truly are deplorable because they're racist as hell and they call themselves Christians. So those are who I think Hillary was talking about, and those are the segment of Trump's base that are cancerous to his movement. So moving on.
Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, let's say. Do you believe this? Look at this guy. He's a MAGA guy all the way.
All right, so he's serving the folks. It's so funny. I couldn't help but look at Trump serving this McDonald's, and it just reminded me of the little boomers that I see in my local McDonald's. The ones who are like, I can't let them retirement funds go out, so I'm gonna give me a little job at McDonald's, make a little money. I see you, boomer. I see you. That's smart, right? If you got the energy, right? Go ahead and get that. I feel you. But anyways, he just remind me of those little old folks too. They like, shoot, retirement funds, look a little scared. Let me go to McDonald's. We gonna stretch this shit out, right? We got a time horizon here that we need to follow. I love people like that. Hey, if you got the energy, do it. But Trump is out here in these streets serving McDonald's.
Hello, everybody.
And obviously this is a PR stunt. But this PR stunt is like good. And let me go to this other video for a second, because somebody did a montage of Kamala Harris's rallies, and they were talking about how let me go, because I think it was Liberal Hive Mind. I think, shout out to Liberal Hive Mind. I think it was that channel who put together a montage of Kamala Harris, and they're basically redirecting her approach, right? So as opposed to being soft, mamala kind of thing, where she's soft and she's, they're trying to, make her feminine, right? They're now like, okay, now you got to preach, right? And so there's this line that she says, and you can tell that she's been coached doing this. It's very obvious because the tone never changes. The transition of tone never changes. So somebody was like, when you get to this part We need you to yell it, right? We need you to yell it with a lot of conviction. Can you do that? Right? So here we go. Let me see. So this was the liberal hive mind. And he was like, did you notice this about Kamala's rallies? And I'm just going to slide through these things. I'm going to just skip through his video. And this is just fair usage.
Fake, all a mask, disguise.
Okay, bro. I want to hear. So, oh, he's talking about how Kamala Harris was not as nice as she tried to pretend like she was. And I guess early on as being VP, she had a lot of turnover. And I do remember, the news talking about the turnover that Kamala Harris's team had within that first year. Apparently, she was not very easy to work with. She was kind of mean. But let's get to it.
Never again stand behind the seal.
Oh, wait. No.
Seal of the president.
Okay, so
Of the United
okay, so this is where the montage starts.
Entirely different.
All right.
Kamala Harris.
All right, so he's gonna run this montage, and somebody is like, cue the up tempo of this, right?
Went from joyful warrior to very angry woman.
Because listen, here's why. This is what we know. Anybody who wants to be president of the United States, who has called for the quote termination of the Constitution of the
Why
United
didn't
States.
Trump terminate the Constitution in his
should
first
never
run if that was just
again
something that was so
have the
passionate on his
ability
mind? Wouldn't he have
to
done that the first
stand
run?
behind the seal of the President of the United States.
All right.
Should never again have the privilege of standing behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Dude, you did it, Kamala.
Should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Yes, she did it. She nailed it. They're like really loving her right
Stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Should never again stand behind the seal of the President.
Bro, they got her scripted so much. She is on cue. Give her a hand. All right? She transitioned that very well. All right? Don't be hating on Kamala because she is disciplined in that part right there. She did it. She did it. Give that woman her flowers. All right? Nobody. She's not even a singer.
Behind the seal of the President of the United States. Should never again stand behind the seal of the President.
Oh my gosh, she nailed it. She so nailed it, you guys. She nailed it. She nailed that. They were like, look, we are down to the wire, Kamala. Enough of this. Enough already. Right? We need you to get out there and we need you to get dogmatic. We need you to get Trump-esque. Put some bass in your voice. And this is what they gave her. And I mean, she nailed it. Like, give the woman her flowers. She totally nailed that. She totally nailed that, right? Say, your wig is sideways. Guess what, bro? You can be blocked from my channel. You ain't even got to worry about that. How about that? So, real easy. Don't come up in here with that. Probably a loser doing that crazy stuff. Why don't you go on a live stream? But anyways, this is the real clown show. This is the real dictation, right? There's a difference between these candidates. One of them are being puppeted and the other one is not. Who's puppeting Donald Trump? Somebody tell me who is puppeting, because half of the Republicans don't even like his ass. So it's like, who is puppeting this guy? Nobody's puppeting this guy. Kamala Harris is being puppeted. And it's very obvious. And I think what the Democrats are so upset about, and some of their little trolls and weirdo people are in here probably trolling, right? But I think they're upset because their tactics have been revealed. People kind of see how they play these candidates, all these little cards that they're playing with these candidates. And a lot of people are just not feeling it anymore. They see the plot. They see the plot. So again, when I say she does not freestyle, this is exactly what I mean. That's not discipline. That is somebody doing what they're told, saying what they're told to be said. She is a puppet. And that is not an example of a strong, independent woman. Because if she was truly a strong, independent woman, nobody would be telling her what to say. She would be doing it on her own fruition, like, hey, this is the talking points of the party. If she believed in them, it's like, okay, I got it. All right, going on somewhere. No, she got people in her ear. She is a puppet. She got people in her ear. And that's why people are looking at her cross. And she's not a believable candidate. And while Trump is out here serving McDonald's, right? Flexing on her. What did Trump say in his interview? He said, I worked at McDonald's 15 minutes more than Kamala said she did.
What a good-looking family.
They just lying. They're painting, they're narrating these people, they're curating these people with lies, and these lies have caught up with them, and people just don't trust your candidate.
No charge.
Your candidate is ambiguous as hell at this point.
Oh, you're doing some extra stuff.
And that's the thing. With Kamala Harris, most people don't know what they're dealing with. And that's just word 100. They don't know what they're dealing with. At least with Donald Trump, people will go with the devil that they know. And at least with Donald Trump, people know what they're dealing with, right? There's no mystery. The dude has not altered in his personality at all. And you gotta respect a straight shooter, somebody who is have that much conviction in themselves that they're not trying to appease everybody. It's like you either like me or you don't. You either want to get business taken care of or you don't, right? Regardless, you don't have to like me to get business taken care of. If we can take care of business, let's keep it moving, right? This is all the Democrats really have at this point is we just got to make people, anything but Trump. This is the same card they played in 2020, but they had no basis, no rationality for why they really wanted Donald Trump out of office, outside of the fact that he wasn't playing ball with this machine that a lot of them people got their knee pads for.
And this is their
That's
order?
thousands of people right there. Hello, how are you? What a beautiful woman.
I noticed he said he old as hell, but he out here finessing too. We see you, Trump. Still got it. You still making them spring chickens feel good about themselves. He even made her mama feel good.
Hi, Mom.
Good luck to you.
Mom over there. Thank you very much. Thank you, darling. You have a great mom? Good or great? That's right. You know what to say. Thank you very much. Thank you, darling. Wow. So
All
nice.
right, you're doing a good job.
Okay, these are nice people we made it, huh?
Yes, and this is so you hear more
Okay.
has you got it.
Larry, look at this guy. I'm not going to mess with him. Huh? How you doing, sir? You look fantastic. Hello. My new boy. How are you? Your new baby. How are you? How are you? So this is compliments of you. Okay? All right. You go have a good time. Don't eat too much.
All right, this is a black customer. Shook the brother's hand not once but twice. He shook the brother's hand not once but twice. It's like, can I tell you something about racist people that have been around them? They truly abhor black people. They think that black people are beneath them. They don't want to do anything extra with us than they need to, right? You can truly identify a truly racist white person from somebody who is not racist. And it's all about how they interact on the human level, right? And that's why I'm never in the camp to believe that all people of any color would be anything, because there's too many anomalies. We're just focused as a society on the bad stuff, right? But I think when you peel back the layers of this matrix, you go out, people are coexisting and getting along fine, without all the propaganda machines. But the media and the government, they need to make us divided, right? Because if we were more cohesive, then it's like, Jesus, right? They might be able to check us. They may be able to say, no, we don't want your puppet candidate. We got our own champions that we're raising. Right? They don't want us
Okay, I wouldn't mind
cohesive.
this shot. I
And
like
some
this
people
shot.
are on a
I think
bandwagon
I
of
can
an
do
ignorance and you
it.
don't really see it, but then you'll be the first person to tell somebody, you need to wake up and think for yourself. It's like, bro, you're on a bandwagon of ignorance. What are you talking about?
Ordinary people like us.
You're not ordinary.
I mean, thank you so
You
much
are
for
not
everything you
ordinary.
do.
I can see.
We pray for you, and you are the type of person we want to be the president.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
These are some Hispanic. Oh, we pray for you all the time. They love them some Donald Trump. Some of these people like we praying for you, dog. Our whole future, our economic future is relying upon your ass because they just done fucked us over that bad.
Thank you. Have a good day. God bless you.
Great honor. Have fun.
Okay, President Trump, this will be your next order. Your next order.
Close up, man.
He's making eye contact.
Hello, everybody.
He's being graceful to
I'm
these
having a lot of
people.
fun here, everybody.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Look at all the fake news over there. Hello, everybody.
You can fake this,
And you
right?
know, this is compliments of Trump, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. President,
Yes.
please don't let the United States become Brazil, my native Brazil.
We'll keep it good.
She begging him, please don't let the United States be like Brazil. She said, that's my native country. They all messed up over there. Please, please don't let the United States become like Brazil.
We're going to make it better than ever, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, Mr. President.
This is her native land that she done fled from to come over here. She's like, oh shoot, they doing the same thing we was doing over there.
Have a good time. Thank you. How good are these people?
Did you order anything yourself?
I'm going to take plenty.
We know Donald Trump love him some
French fries
McDonald's.
to the plane. Have you seen the people over there? That is thousands of people.
Watch down, Mr. President.
It's great, huh? How are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
Who's my guy? Great cinematographer. Not enough. I want more. I want more money. No,
He said, how much you getting paid to work at McDonald's?
It's a great franchise. It's a great company, and they've been very, very nice. And until you know, if you look at really what's happening, look at the crowd over there. Look how happy everybody is. They're happy because they want hope. They need hope, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to give, much more than hope. We're going to take hope and make it fact.
Mr. President, you actually
And you can start with them damn tariffs. And don't ask me what a tariff is. I did a whole damn video breaking down not only my competencies, but the history of tariffs and NAFTA. You can go check out that live stream, but don't come up in my chat talking about something. Do you even know what a tariff is? You need to go look at how I explained it, because apparently I do.
4 times now. She never worked here. Let's not talk about that. It's an amazing business. It's an amazing country.
Like, people swear that the U.S. education system manipulated everybody into being idiots. No, there's a lot of people who knew we had to self-study. We knew we had to go outside of the box of these little supremacists, because no matter what color you are, there are some supremacists in these organizations. All right? And they don't want your kids to be smart. White folks, they not wanting your kids to be smart either, okay? All right, so I'm looking at this video, and I'm looking at a person who's pretty human. I don't see a lot of bigotry in this man. I don't see him deflecting from who he is or faking the funk around these people. He is just an organically normal guy. And like I said, you know, if you're over 40 and you're old enough to know about Donald Trump, like I remember when my mom used to follow Donald Trump when he was married to the kids' mama, Ivana, right? They were like tea for Black women. My mom was talking about them, Trump and Ivana. That was like a big conversation for them, right? They loved talking about this man, right? I have never known the Black American community to have a disassociation with Donald Trump. I've never known him to be an enemy of the community. And in fact, I think that Donald Trump has proven to be more of a partner to the Black community than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris put together. And we got to keep it real. He truly won NAACP awards for what? Because he really was supporting Black endeavors. right? And I think of Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all of these people who just turned on Trump because the Democrats told them to, because they couldn't have an image of black men supporting a Donald Trump, right? So these brothers had to play the token role and you know, kind of talk cross about Donald Trump, but they were dealing with the dude. And I don't think black men, if they're honest, like before the Democrats propagandized Trump, I don't think any of them ever thought of Trump as a racist. I never heard black people talk about Donald Trump as a racist. So I think that this was a great video, great PR for Trump, right? Because he's like, instead of doing these rallies, let's get down to an organic level. Let's go serve some McDonald's, which is obviously his favorite food. Trump has never been coy. I think he's even got some backlash about his affinity for eating McDonald's, but he old as hell, so apparently it's not killing his ass. But watch that McDonald's, Trump. It's a lot of preservatives in there you don't want in your little body right now. But anyways, you know, this was a good video. I think it was good PR. I think what are we, like 15 days until the election, right? And I think what these candidates are doing is kind of doing the last rites of their PR, right? And I think what the Harris campaign is saying, it's like, we're down to the wire. So, as opposed to you just, we need to do this, we need you to start yelling, right? We need you to start yelling, and we need you to really start saying the lines with conviction. When they get to that seal part, this is when the conviction comes out, guys. All right? They're like, give them all the conviction you got.
Talked about.
They gonna script her ass into the end. They gonna script her ass into the end. Democrats, if you guys lose this cycle, I would just like to say that, y'all need to abandon all old strategies, right? Because I've watched the repetitive Democratic strategies play out since 2020 the same way, right? With Clinton and Trump, I wasn't really following it like that, but I definitely started following the strategies and the tactics in 2020. And they are recycled, right? You can't keep throwing these white cops on black dudes and publicly shaming black men with these lynchings so that you can get some emotional appeal from black people to go out and vote, right? George Floyd, in my opinion, that was political. There was a lot of political behind that, right? So many things about that didn't even make freaking sense to me, but I digress, right? I digress because I know how the block work. I know how store owners on the block work. And that whole scenario didn't make any sense to me personally. But y'all can't keep doing that anymore, right? You can't keep using these racially ambiguous people because now black people, we understand our lineage. We're firm on our lineage. If you are not a descendant of freemen, you're not black. You're not qualified to be black. If you're a product of immigrants, if you can't trace your lineage back to the 1800s, your people back to the 1800s, you are not black. So this is a lesson for Democrats, right? The next time you prop a black looking person to black people, make sure they're FBA. Make sure they're ADOS Freeman, right? Because now we are conscious and we're going to be on that ass. We will tear your candidate apart, selling them like that. Y'all shouldn't have showed her two ways. You tried to leverage her races, her ambiguity, when it was convenient for you and your party. And now you're being called out, and that looks racist in itself. So the racist card for the win really goes to the Democratic Party because you're obsessed with race. You are obsessed with race. You are obsessed with black people being lumped up into all this extra bullshit all the damn time to make us continuously feel marginalized. So Black people, you go with the devil that you know or don't know. But Black Americans should never, ever, 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 ever have a party loyalty. Nobody should know. It should be a toss up. Who are the Black people going to vote for? We don't know because they don't have party allegiance. They're all registered independents. So we can't count on where they might go. So that means we got to serve up something that's going to make sense to their communities as well. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I didn't really look at the comments like that because obviously there's some passionately ignorant people, and I don't really care about your feelings, you know. This is not a paid channel. I know I even covered these bloggers getting paid all this money to blog about this and that. I don't even have my channel monetized because I don't like to be beholden to what other people need me to think, want me to think. I'd rather just not make the money and just keep being my raw, organic self. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I got to go fold some laundry. I'm telling you, moms don't get sick days. We just got to keep it moving. It doesn't even matter. But thanks for tuning in. If you like content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because YouTube loves censoring my content. I don't know why. I don't think I say anything bad. I just kind of look at things, I assess them. I don't try to be inflammatory. I actually try to help these political parties out in both ways because when I see you're stupid, I call it out. And YouTube is like, no, 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 we can't have that being said. Now your candidate is failing because I don't believe the polls. I don't even believe Trump and Kamala Harris are that neck and neck. And that's just word, right? They can prop her up all they want to, but they knew that going with Kamala Harris was a risk. But it was a risk that they needed to take because they had nobody else. They had nobody else on the Democratic side. So anyways, we will pray for these people. We will pray for this nation and, you know, put God first. Regardless of the outcome, you still need to put God first. You still need to rely on him. And if you are a true believer, you know that God's kingdom is what we're really waiting for. All right? You can get caught up in these affairs of men all you want to. That's fine. Do your thing. I can't tell you people what to do. But for me, I'm waiting on God's kingdom that will come on this earth as it is in heaven. And the signs on the earth, according to Brother John, are very obvious. You see how the world has turned. You see how mankind, their capabilities to destroy each other, has gone from bad to worse. So I'm looking at the signs that Brother John in the Revelation told us to look out for. And I'm looking at all this stuff play out. And again, there's nothing new under the sun if you're really paying attention. So I am just calling out all the things that aren't new under the sun. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you would not disrespect or abuse yourself, do not disrespect or abuse your neighbor. Bye.